That's awesome.
I did, yeah. I wrote a little something, you know. Yeah. I hope John Wilkes Booth doesn't pop out of the background. Anyway, good evening. Fornication. Sorry. I meant fornication. Such as this, I would like to thank all of you for coming to celebrate the marriage of Steve and Ariel here today. It's amazing to me how far people will travel for a free meal and some complimentary booze. A very wise man once told me that the best man's speech should last as long as the groom lasts in making love.
Oh, boy.
Checking my watch. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Joking aside, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan, and I'm Steve's best man. Steve, I would like to say thank you for asking me to be your best man today. It is an honor to be asked and a pleasure to fulfill that role. And a big thank you for finally admitting after all these years that I am indeed the best man. I have never been a best man before, so I had no idea what the job entailed. Naturally did some research on the subject on the internet. After several hours, I found some really good material. But then I remembered that I was supposed to be looking up responsibilities for the best man. Apparently, the best man must perform 2 tasks. The first is to make sure the groom shows up on time, relatively sober, and wearing pants. The second task is to give a toast which assassinates the groom's character. So what can I say about a man who came from humble beginnings and is now quickly rising to the top of his profession based solely on intelligence, grit, and determination? A man who distinguishes himself amongst his peers where no one can say a bad word about him. But anyway, that's enough about me. I'm here to talk about Steve. What can I tell you? What I can tell you is that Steve was born in March 1985. I tried to tie the particular date to some major world event, but it seems nothing of significance happened on that date. Although the staff of the Quincy, Massachusetts Regional Hospital still referred to that day as Ugly Wednesday. Steve was a bit of a slow starter. Yeah, in kindergarten, Steve was different from the other 5-year-olds. He was 11. Steve eventually made it to middle and high school, and when the job market for circus clowns dried up, he joined the Army. I remember my first time I met Steve about 7 years ago. My first thought was, wow, I'll let anybody enlist these days. But Steve has proven to be a true friend, and I'm glad I've met him. Over the time I've known him, I've watched him drink wine from a bottle, cleaned up after him when he's been sick. I've watched him stagger around naked. I've dressed and undressed him, and I've helped him to walk. And that was only, like a couple hours ago. But to be serious for a moment, I'd like to say that Steve and Ariel, you have found someone that is attractive, intelligent, and very loving. And Ariel, you have been unlucky enough to find someone who looks like the love child of Pete Rose and Eleanor Roosevelt. Let me also say that the bridesmaids look absolutely stunning tonight. And yeah, sitting time for that, that's good. They do, they look absolutely stunning. And they were only outshone by Ariel herself. I'm sure you. I'm sure you'll agree with me, gentlemen. Today is a sad day for single men everywhere, as another beauty leaves the available list. And ladies, I'm sure you'll agree with me today that is passing by without much of a rip. So let's put our hands together for Ariel, the bridesmaids.